Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to another episode of the Open Field Podcast. Open Field Podcast, episode 80. It's crazy. It's been a minute since we started this shit. We got Kenya in the building. We got B in the building. We've got Big Hoss Hefe in the building to talk about another week of football. What else is new? How we feeling, y'all?
Feeling good, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the Bengals not making you feel good, but it's good that you're feeling good anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from that. So we'll get into it. We'll talk about our offensive rookie of the week, defensive rookie of the week, offensive player of the week, defensive player of the week. Hammer that out real quick, and then we'll move on to the real meat and potatoes. What's up, chat? How we doing today? So we'll start off with B. Who's your offensive rookie of the week? I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, Tyler Warren. Absolutely. 8 catches, 99 yards. He made 2 clutch. He made 1 clutch 4th down catch, broke a tackle like he's Jeremy Shockey. I told y'all this man is Jeremy Shockey reincarnated. He's incredible. And then he made a leaping catch on 3rd down to ice the game for a game-tying drive. Real clutch player. I'm definitely going Tyler Warren on this one. He's probably been like the best tight end overall this entire season. I think he makes an All-Pro.
Yeah, Kittle's out. Brock Bowers hasn't been good besides last week. Or no, the week before last week, not last week, but when he had like 40 fantasy points. Yeah, that's not horrible take at all. I'd have to think about it a little bit more, but I definitely think he's within the top 3. I also like Jeremy Shockey, but low-key better than Jeremy Shockey.
Potentially be better, yeah.
Like potentially. But I'm saying for right now, like I don't know. Like Jeremy Shockey was nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he ever reached the potential that I think Tyler Warren has, like to be a top 3 tight end.
Yeah.
Like, what was he? 6'5", massive, knows how to use his body.
Yeah.
Also very solid route runner, great yards after catch.
Great blocker.
Great blocker. Yeah, he's got everything.
Blocker.
He's like a George Kittle. Honestly,
Yeah.
He might just be a little slower, but like I don't think that matters that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, Hefe.
Man, I'm so pissed that who I'm about to say actually started, bruh. Because it had a way to be up against us. But I'm gonna go Henderson, bruh. Cuz went off. He went off. Them 2 runs were nice.
Yeah, man. No, he really did go off. That's a great point. Kay?
I'm still trying to think about one. But if you can come back to me.
Yeah. No, I will go. Was it offense? I have my defense. I you know what? I'm gonna go Travion too, because I've been high on Travion. And look, Tyler Warren's been balling all year. Like that's just what he's been all year. Like Travion finally got the chance. And we all love Mike Vrabel as a coach. I think we all love Mike Vrabel, but come on, bro. You had Ramondre Stevenson in there, bro. You gave this man 3 or 4 carries a game, and he got tackled for a loss, and then it was like, oh, he sucks. Like, can we give him some run?
I don't know what the weirdness is. I don't know what Travion did to piss.
He had to do something.
To piss. This feels like a vendetta. This feels personal now. The fact that you guys waited. What is it? Week 10?
Week 10.
Week 10 to finally give him the starting ropes. Like, it's insane.
And now he's in there all game. Now, like, he's literally been here all game. So.
And they're doing it only because they have to, because of so much injuries. Like, the running back depth chart is decimated. Like,
they're still considering starting the other running backs over.
Oh, Lord.
Just letting you know that.
Yeah.
But mine's Junkins, by the way. I think he had a pretty solid game.
Yep. He's been good all year. I think
sneaky good, yeah.
Shout out Hefe, you nailed it on that one, bro. You really did. I didn't think he was.
I definitely wanted to go Emeka, but he won, so I'm gonna stick with that narrative.
I mean, Emeka was good too. Emeka honestly is banned from this week because he's gotten so many of them that it's like, all right, bro, like let's pick someone else. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But we can move on to defensive rookie of the week. I'll start it off. I go Malachi Starks. Got his interception. Really hasn't done much this year, and I think partially he's a rookie. Has to adapt to the game. I think also it's because that Ravens defense is so terrible, especially the run game, that as a free safety, when you're a long-ranging free safety and they're just running the ball on you all game, it's hard to make really any big plays, especially when your corners are just getting beat on like short, intermediate stuff like that. It's hard to really get those opportunities, but I feel like, he got that interception and I feel like he's trending in the right direction. Kenya?
Well, mine was also Malachi Starks, so you kind of just took it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I've been known to take
Yeah.
to take players.
Yeah, I didn't even see him on that interception. Like clearly JJ didn't either, but I didn't even see him. I didn't even know that was him. So yeah, he had a really good game. I think he's been I think okay this year, but that entire defense has been up and down. So, but he had a really good game.
Yeah, no, I agree. Hefe?
Give me Nick Emawari from the Seattle Seahawks with that nasty pick he had too. He was balling.
Yeah, B?
Yeah. Well, shit, I gotta go Malachi too. That was gonna be my pick. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, he was just god awful. I thought he was unplayable, but finally he's things are clicking for him. I think he's learning the scheme well, doing what the Ravens drafted him to do, along with learning from Kyle Hamilton as well. I think that pick was incredible. I think Malachi is these last couple of games of the year, these last 7 games of the year, he's gonna really show what he's been drafted to do, and that's line up on man coverage. I think is a great man coverage safety, and be able to pick the ball off and to be able to cover his side of the field. So yeah, I'm definitely going Malachi.
And shout out Abdul. I also think I think the Malachi Starks defensive rookie of the year stuff was we all thought the Ravens defense was going to be legit. Mm-hmm. And so when, the secondary, when the cornerbacks can't cover, when the run game is bad as a long-ranging free safety, it just makes your job way harder, harder. So I think that's part of it too. And also, I mean, he's a rookie and, there's not many guys that just go into the league and just start frying. Even a guy like Myles Garrett, Myles Garrett was good. He was never bad, but compared to what he was the last 3 or 4 years, he improved too. And that dude was one of the most NFL ready prospects ever. So, yeah. But,
and even honestly, when guys get these type of comps, I remember when the Colts drafted the safety he plays for the Cowboys now. I can't think of his name.
Colts drafted.
Malik Hooker.
I remember when y'all drafted him, bro.
I remember when he was drafted to be that middle of the field safety, where you're playing
the next Earl Thomas. He was
they compared him more to Ed Reed because he could cover. He'd be in the middle of the field and be able to cover both sides of the field, opposite the field. But he just couldn't stay healthy. He saw he had the promise, and then now he's kind of flourishing a little bit more with the Cowboys, but.
Yeah, I think the last couple of years he was a big reason.
Malachi Starks got that comp to Earl Thomas as well. He was hard hitting. He's able to coverage and man and all that stuff like that. But that's kind of big expectations for guys like that, for young safeties that are trying to figure it out. It's a lot easier to play safety in college than it is in the NFL. I think
that's why I hate comps.
Yeah. I think it's the biggest learning curve for them. So when guys aren't just playing to that level that you're used to seeing them play in college, I think guys kind of they kind of throw them to the wayside, and they kind of just think oh well, this maybe we overhyped him. No, he just has to. Yeah. He needs a couple of years to figure it out. Yeah, it's not like receiver where guys come in and we know we have the expectation on receivers. Guys can come in and be top 10 receivers already rookie year. But safeties just can't do that. It's a lot different. It's a different scheme. It's a different position. It's not. You can't just come in and be the guy day one.
And Earl Thomas, one of the best safeties of all time.
Yeah, Ed Reed as well. Those type of shoes you're trying to fill is a little wild.
Yeah. Not only that, but as a safety, bro, when you playing in the NFL, your reaction time has to be legit. When you out there with college guys. They might be a step or two off, you know what I'm saying? You might be able to use your catch up just to make a play. But when you out there with guys who's on it every single snap, you gotta be playing like your head on fire, bro.
Think about it. Like when Malik Hooker played damn near center fielder at safety at Ohio State. Yeah, he played that well. He got 8 picks. I mean, he got 8 picks, I think, in 1 year or something like that. Yeah. But when it's in the NFL, guys are stronger. Guys can fit the ball in there a lot easier. So you can't expect Malik Hooker to play center fielder at safety. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just him back there, and you expect him to cover both sides of the hash. Like, it's not going to work.
College quarterbacks, a lot of them, they don't use their eyes.
Yeah.
Like the same way that.
Yeah, they're not going to look you off. Like
no.
Like,
not the way that these not the way that like an average NFL quarterback can.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. And then also I think like Earl Thomas, bro, I feel like he's underrated. Like he never gets talked about anymore. I feel like he was one of the best players. I think he was a top 3 player on that defense. I'm not going to lie. Like I'll take him over Cam Chancellor, and that's no disrespect to Cam. I think just Earl Thomas was just that good. Yeah. But yeah, we can move on from that. So offensive player of the week, B, started off. We've got the order mixed up, but I'm gonna go with you, B, because we all know who it is. We all know.
We can all disagree, bro. We can all disagree, bro. We can all disagree.
Maybe Hefe doesn't count. But B,
no. I said we can all agree. We all know who it is. Yes, no. I'm with you.
I hate to be biased, but pick 2 close guys in a row, but I'm doing it, bro. I'm sorry, but Jonathan Taylor is the heart and soul. I'm saying it again. He's MVP. I saw that he's on pace. Literally, he's on a higher pace than Adrian Peterson was in his MVP season in 2012. He has I think 30 more rushing yards than Adrian Peterson did in 10 games, and also he has 17 total touchdowns already. He scored more than half the damn league in touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor literally made a 2-yard run. What looked like it's supposed to be a 2-yard run game. Yeah, he made it an 83-yard touchdown. To be the Colts leading
ready
touchdown. Yeah, the touchdown for running backs. So that's incredible. Jonathan Taylor, he's strong. He's a home run hitter. Got good feet. He can catch out of the backfield now. He can block out the backfield now. He's him.
All around. Dude, yeah, and I'll say it for B. He's the best running back in the league right now. Yeah. Like he just is. And like I was there like, and I'm not trying to be nasty here because I don't think it's a gap at all. I think it's like this close. But I would, if we're just talking about skill set, I would maybe take Bijan, but you can't, it doesn't matter when it's that close and the performance is that high, that much of a difference. To me, it's not close. The only thing that I'm taking right now for what Bijan has is his east to west. But Jonathan Taylor's east to west is also very, very good. That's what makes him as good as he is right now. Like he can still jump in and out of cuts. He can still do all that stuff. And he's probably a more physical at this point. Yeah. Like it's so interesting because I don't remember the exact year that he went off for 1,800, but that year he was a lot more like he wasn't Jahmyr Gibbs, but he was more of a Jahmyr Gibbs than I feel like he is now. Like he was just a home run hitter. He hits the hole, he's gone. Now he's got the same speed, and to me, he plays way more physical, and he just seems big. So, I think right now he's the best in the league. Like there's just not that much that like he's up there with everybody else's skill sets. Like Saquon, obviously, like we all know who Saquon is, but I just think it's hard to put anybody else over him. Like
you can't put nobody over him this year,
and he's the number 1 bell cow. There's nobody that carries them. Nobody.
Yeah.
Like so. Yeah.
I'll say this. If he does what he's on pace to do, I'm definitely taking him. I'm definitely taking this season over Saquon's from last year. And me personally, I value JT's skill set a little bit more than Bijan's and Saquon's, just because I think, as just a pure running back, he's just better than those two. You know, I think it's great that they can catch out the back foot and all that stuff. But for me, I kind of just want my running backs to just be running backs. So that's just how I feel.
He's old school. Like can play in any era type of running back.
Right.
Yeah, he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
I still think
once he got a guy with an arm that can actually make passes, it's crazy what he starts to do, bro. Like we seen him with AR for the last few years, bro, and he kind of got forgot about. Yeah. In my opinion, bro, he wasn't considered like one of them guys. he wasn't one of the ones you first bring up when you think about the top 5 running backs. Like if we keeping it G, bro. But the moment he get a quarterback that can actually throw the ball, he start going crazy.
Yeah.
And I also think he's the biggest reason for their success. Daniel Jones has been good, but we've seen in games where they stack the box and they do find a way to stop him. I think it was the game before last game where they had I think it was 60 yards, something like he didn't get completely shut, but Daniel Jones looks completely different. And there's just nothing there's nothing that you can do to prepare for a running back that just breaks 70 or breaks 10, 15, 5 times a game. He's different. So I think that we're unanimous. Hefe, you said your piece, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move on to defensive player of the week.
New England just lost a big piece, bro. Milton Williams just went down for them, bro.
Ooh, that's not good. But Hefe started off with defensive player of the week.
Defensive, I'm gonna go DeMarcus Lawrence, bro. That was a crazy game he had. Seattle defense just played like they ain't got no mind, bro. That's a team that I'm really worried about this year, by the way. Seattle went crazy.
Yeah.
2 tutties in the same game is the same, bro.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence was going off, boy.
Yeah.
Their whole defense, bro. They've been playing really elite, bro.
Seattle was
2016 DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
Seattle
is
is
going to be
absolutely
interesting.
hot.
I'll tell you that much.
Bro, their front 7 is nasty, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to get past the defense, but bro, Leonard Williams is probably the most underrated player in the NFL.
Very, bro.
Yeah, he gets
no
credit, dude, for how good he is.
Bro, I forgot about him before you even said something, Mike, and I was just watching the jump.
He reminds me of Haloti Ngata, bro. He does all the things that Haloti Ngata. Yeah.
Hey, a former Jet, by the way. Yeah. Former Jet who had to go somewhere else to really be him, even though
he went to the Ravens.
Once you get off the fucking Jets, you're a good player.
Yep. Yeah. But he was good on the Jets, though. He wasn't.
He was good on the Jets, but not like this. No, Leonard Williams is absolutely balling.
The only player that was good on the Jets that became worse was Jamal Adams. So
that's crazy.
But no disrespect to you, Jamal, because you're still like that, bro. Don't come and fight, please. Anyway, Kenya, do you want to go defensive player?
Yeah, mine is Sauce.
Ooh, Sauce.
Yeah. For somebody who's pretty much still learning the playbook, he only allowed 26 receiving yards. So he's been good all season though. So I don't understand what this narrative was. He just sucked.
He has been good, yeah.
People just been making. He's been allowing a few plays.
I've been on record as saying he was horrible last year. He was horrible last year. I will admit that. But this year, bro, he's been locking stuff up. I ain't gonna lie.
People have been dragging it, but there was games where he was getting fried. It's not even the fact that he's just been bad all season. It's just what he doesn't do. Yeah, people don't like that he doesn't travel.
That's not his fault though. And it's I don't know if it's because he can't travel or if it's just because his coaches don't want him to.
Yeah, but, it's schemes. Some schemes don't let you do that.
Yeah,
some schemes just don't let you do it.
Yeah,
he's not going to try.
Yeah. He's not going to try. So that's the problem too. He gets way too handsy sometimes, and I think that's another issue. But he was really good. So
yeah, and I don't think people go, oh, he's a whole merchant or whatever. He's not a whole merchant, dude. Let me explain something to you.
He's not L'Jarius Sneed.
L'Jarius Sneed was a whole merchant on the Chiefs, and you see now why he's on the Titans and he sucks. Now, when Sauce Gardner places his hand on your chest, right? It just to get a feel for where you're at. He's looking at the quarterback. That's not holding. Holding is when you break out of your route, when you're out breaking, and he's tugging at your jersey.
Yeah.
That's holding. He's tugging or grabbing. But him placing his hand like this on you is not holding. Just so you know, that does not affect you running the route at all. That's not holding.
Unless you're just weak.
Yeah,
I think it's also well, I'm not saying that this isn't nasty, but I think it's just if he doesn't press you, if he doesn't get you on the press, then that's where his issues lie. Because you
got to get a jam on you.
Yeah, that's what I think. The real issue is it's not that he's a holding merchant. It's just the press is the most important thing to him. When you start playing the best receivers in the league, most of them are just it's so hard to touch them at the line. Even if you do, they know how to deal with that.
Yeah, so, Sauce is a long, rangy guy. Shit, he damn good at his own coverage. I'll tell you that. He almost had a pick six in that game.
He's just a better version of Trayvon Diggs. Like
my biggest problem with him is he gotta get better hands because that should have been a pick six.
Yeah,
but
he's always
he's damn good in his own. I'll tell you that much right now.
No, and it's also just hate. Like I saw a clip of them clipping up every single time he got the ball caught, and they were like, worst debut in NFL history, and I'm just like, bro, what is going on, bro? Like he wasn't.
Do you guys watch film at all?
They definitely don't, bro. I mean, watching film is a lot.
They were throwing Drake London in the slot a lot more than I've ever. That was the most I've seen him in the slot this entire year. I ain't never seen him in the slot that much. They're throwing Drake London in the slot a lot, bro.
Yeah. B, did you say your guy?
Oh, defensive player there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can go first if you want.
Yeah, you go first.
All right, Danielle Hunter. 4 tackles for loss. Another underrated demon too. Well, I'm not saying Will Anderson is bad or anything, but Will Anderson, he gets a lot of. I think Danielle Hunter. I just think they're literally at the same level at this point, and that's not a knock on Will. That's just how good Danielle Hunter is, because I think Will is also top. He's definitely a top 10 edge rusher.
They kind of feed off each other a lot.
Probably higher. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the best edge duo in the league.
Yeah,
and I don't think it's close, to be honest. I had Josh Hines Allen, and Trayvon Walker in that conversation, but Trayvon Walker's like completely been like non-noticeable in these last couple of games, so I can't say that anymore. But yeah, I think that's the best edge duo in the league, and it's a shame that they're wasting it because Danielle Hunter is not going to be this good for much longer. He's old.
No, he's getting up there in age. Yeah,
like it's ridiculous, bro. And that might be something we can talk about after this, but we can keep going. B, do you want to get yours off? Oh, Drake May dot.
Oh yeah, dude, Jalen Carter is not being talked about. I know he spat on Dak, and that's kind of the only thing he's been known for this year.
No one's talking
but Jalen Carter has been playing absolutely dominant football. I think it's being thrown to the wayside a little bit. I think people are not noticing how good he is, even though it doesn't rack up as far as stats wise. But on tape, Jalen Carter has been disruptive. He's been doing this. This is the second consecutive year now where he's just been looking like a top DT in the league. So Jalen Carter is the unsung hero of the Eagles defense. They do not give up a lot of rush yards when he's on the field doing his thing. You saw what happened when he went out of that Cowboys game when it was a spit herd around the world, that they just gave up a lot of yards. But when Jalen Carter's head is right, he's really a dominant player.
Yeah, and I think there was some conversation how he came in overweight and a little bit out of shape. I think that might have been the reason why he was not as good at the beginning. But like these last, I don't know how many weeks, but for a while he's been a dog. Yeah, like there's no question about that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll move on to the actual topics now. We get that out the way. So first one, I want to talk about midway point. I want to talk about the best teams. Doesn't have to be one. We can name 2 or 3 in the AFC and the NFC. And then I want to know who is coming out of each. Who is your prediction to come out of each conference? So we'll start off with Hefe. Hefe, who do you think is the best team or teams in the AFC?
I think I like New England, man. I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it. I like New England. I really do. They could go up there and play with a lot of people, but I don't like nobody more than I like the Colts right now. When it comes to the AFC, like looking at the entire thing, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see nobody above them too, because they play complementary defense very well, very well. They score, they get the ball back. They complement each other very well.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is the Colts and New England for the exact same reasons Hefe just said. They play complementary football and they don't make a lot of mistakes. And I really don't think after those two, it's a conversation for everybody else in the AFC.
Yeah. B.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Patriots right now for the simple fact that Drake May is really
he's really him.
Yeah, he's really going off. I think it can translate into January. Like playoff football. My only concern is they're great at stopping the run, but can they actually run the football on a consistent basis. That's my only thing. That's the only weakness I've seen them having. But other than that, they've been playing well.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I still think I still like the Chiefs have had some bad losses, and I think that they're not like when you look at the roster top to bottom, I don't think that they're better than some of these teams, but I still think that they're good enough, especially with the addition of Rashee Rice. Like they're still going to be hard to beat. Like I think in the Bills game, I think that wasn't a good game for them, but I think that honestly was Patrick Mahomes' fault for throwing that pick. Like I didn't think it was it wasn't really a domination until that point. So I think once you get that real Patrick Mahomes playoff, the problem is that they can't run the ball. Their defense is a little shaky, but I don't think that it's that like their defense isn't that bad. Their defense keeps them close in pretty much every single game. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give credit to the Pats. I mean, the Colts, too. I think the Colts are going to be a tough out. I'm just worried about how the Colts have been playing these last 2 or 3 weeks and just seeing how that works. But, I do think that the Colts are the best team, though. Out of all of these teams, I think the Colts are the best team. And another team, too, actually, that I'm forgetting. The Broncos, to me, are the best. If you take the quarterback position out of it, I think that they're the best team in the AFC.
That's the most important part, though, Mike.
Yeah,
I know.
Like, and Mike, no lie, I was gonna say the Broncos over the Pats. I was gonna put the Broncos over the Pats. But when if I see the Broncos go play the Pats right now, Drake May will school Bo Nix, bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a masterclass
on that team. It would be a nightmare for everybody.
Yeah.
And this is, bro, as a member of Drake May FC, the leader of the Drake May FC on this podcast, I told y'all this man is him.
You ain't telling me, Mike. I already knew he was gonna play good this year, bro.
I love how Travion.
That's why I was mad when they fired Gerard Mayo, bro.
Travion Henderson has 2 touchdowns. I didn't damn start him.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Bruh, he has 4 in the last 2 weeks already. And it's not even halftime.
Fuck
I
me.
dropped him like 3 weeks ago in one of my leagues.
No, I picked him back up after Travion, after Which got hurt. Nobody wanted to fucking touch him. Now I got him in my. Now watch. As soon as I fucking start him, he gonna be back in the doghouse again. Watch. Every fucking time. Every fucking time.
But this is the thing about D May. Like last year, they had nothing, and he was driving the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Too much on his shoulders. He was throwing a lot of interceptions. But I remember when I watched that Buffalo Bills game in Buffalo, that first half, he was dogging him. And that's when I knew, okay, this dude has got some real stuff. And I think throughout this season, I think he's figured out how to deal with this offensive line, because I think the offensive line has been better than everybody expected to be, but I also think it's been pretty bad in some situations. Look at the Browns game, that game, there's nothing you're going to do when Myles Garrett is just on you every single play. Like you're going to get sacked 5 times. I don't care. But you look at the plays that he's making today, like the pocket awareness is continuing to improve. And his poise is just ridiculous. Like he doesn't turn the ball over that much this year. But I do think running the football is going to be the biggest problem. And the reason why I am confident though is because of their defense. Their defense has really, I feel like the first 2 or 3 weeks has really improved up to this point. And they also have a solid amount of talent. So, and they have a great coach, but I really think it'll come down to the Colts, the Patriots, and the Chiefs. If I had to choose one, I'm not going to lie, I'd probably have to go the Colts because the Chiefs, I'll take the Colts because I'll take the integrity of how they played throughout the season. I just really think the Pats, I just don't know if Drake can do this in the playoffs. It's going to be hard to do this in the playoffs the way that he's carry jobbing this team. They've had good run game performances, but if you watch these games, this has been put on his shoulders. And if you're asking me if he could do it 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row, I just don't know.
Yeah, I will say this though. If the Pats and the Colts were to play the Chiefs in the playoffs right now, I know for a fact the Chiefs defense would stop the run for both teams. So it all kind of comes down to who's going to not have a bunch of turnovers. That's what it's going to come down to. And I also think the Pats have the better defense than the Colts do.
So, yeah, I think the one thing that I'll say to that is I don't know if the Chiefs can stop the run. I think if they do, I don't think if the Chiefs can stop the Colts run. The Patriots,
Okay.
but the Colts, their O line is legit. Like it's not just JT. It's their O line is making holes for him, and he's taking it to the 100th percentile.
I mean, they stopped Saquon though. They did a good job against Saquon though. I will say that.
Bro.
I think the Colts run game is way different though this year.
Bro.
The Super Bowl.
Like they did do a good job against Saquon, Kenya.
It's not just the competition. I'm sorry, y'all, but I see a lot of people keep saying this about the Pats, bro, and I'm tired of people saying this about the Pats. Dog, you win games. Like we're not gonna knock people for winning games. Oh, it's the competition. It's the competition. That's cap, bro. Just cut it out.
The Saints just
wins is wins, bro. Wins is wins. Like I don't care how you get them. Bro, the Pats, Kansas City literally made it to the Super Bowl doing it.
Yeah,
like
this is college football. This is not college football.
Yes, bro. Respect the dub, bro. Like, because if they keep doing that, if they just keep finding ways to win, they'll have a ring on the finger. This shit, they will, because they're playing that good.
Right.
And you gotta respect it. I didn't mean to cut y'all off. It was just bro in the comments talking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
No, I think also too, like, I just think if you saw in the Super Bowl, like they did stop Saquon, but that's basically what lost them the game because it was just too easy to get passing. Along with the defense dominating the Chiefs, that was also part of it. But they stopped him. But after Jalen picked it up after that interception, then it just was big play after big play. So that's the only thing. And I feel like the Colts, if they try to do what they did to Philly, I do feel like the Colts are good enough to beat that if Daniel Jones plays up to par, which is an if, even though he's played incredible. Yeah. It's just like in the playoffs, Daniel Jones, like that's to be seen. But I do feel like with the guy like Tyler Warren and the three receivers that they have, but what Michael Pittman's been doing, like they can find simple ways to beat them if they're going to stack the box the way that they did. So we'll see. And look, the Chiefs haven't been playing well. I'm not disputing that, but like, I don't think they've been playing horrible either. I think they've been impressive in some games, and they've just been really inconsistent. And, I mean, if they make the playoffs, bro, I mean, that's Patrick Mahomes, bro. Like, we've said this the last 3 seasons. Every time Patrick Mahomes gets in the playoffs, he's not going to be able to do it this year because their team isn't good enough, and he figures out a way to go and do it. Like, so I'm not gonna say that they don't have a shot. Like, I'm gonna have to believe it before I have to see it to believe it. That makes sense. But yeah, we can go.
Mitchell just dropped an easy one. Okay.
Yeah, that was ugly, bro. That was so ugly.
Come on, AD.
That was so ugly.
That was perfectly thrown.
I see why y'all traded him, B.
We literally should have only lost 1 game this season. Legit.
AD is so mentally gone. Like he needs
to figure it out, bro.
Go to a sports psychiatrist, bro.
Was dominating the whole training camp. I'm sure it's a good round.
That was his play to make, bro. That was his play to make. That was his play to make.
I'm not even exaggerating when I'm saying AD Mitchell is a top 8 route runner in the entire league. I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. That man gets open. But goddamn.
Hands are just.
And I think it's like,
he's like scared to get hit or something. I don't know what mentally is like. I don't think he likes getting hit.
I think it's the comp, and I think the Colts, like, they weren't like, oh my God, we need to get rid of this guy. I think it was like you had to do it in order to get Sauce. And I think with how Michael Pittman's been playing, like getting back to what he was 2 years ago, I think they just realized like we have 2 young guys that are both good, Downs and Pierce. And Mitchell hasn't taken a step up, so it's just like we can afford to swing him for somebody else. And I feel like that might be part of the problem too. Maybe there's just too much depth there and he doesn't have, enough play in reps to get to where he needs to get to,
Yeah. Well, with me, I knew Mike Pittman would be fine. Because mind you, he played with a broken back all last season. Yeah. And he still played damn well. But the leaps and bounds that Alec Pierce has taken to be a wide receiver, and he's been like the best deep threat in the league for 2 years now.
Yeah,
he's looking like a complete receiver,
right?
And it's like, bro, we got to pay this man because his contract is up this all season. We have to pay Alec Pierce. So I mean, one guy had to go, and they made that decision already.
Yeah.
And it's looking like
I
it was
was
the right
high on the
decision.
wide receiver core, so I was high on this wide receiver core.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ty, I like top 5 after beating the Saints. Yeah, that's kind of nasty, but it's just you got to look at the spectrum of the AFC. Like, there's a lot of teams that we'll talk about later that haven't looked that good. That's also the thing this year. I don't feel like there's any team that's necessarily impressed me really other than the Colts and the Pats in the AFC. Like the rest of these other teams have just been up and down or just straight up just really underwhelming this year. I think the Ravens really do have a shot to come back based off of the way that other teams aren't taking advantage. Like you look at how Jacksonville's crumbled. Now they're 5-4. Like there's teams that are in the playoff race that the Ravens, if they string together a few more wins, they could come back. But they still have the same issues that they had at the beginning of the year. They just got Lamar back. That's the same. That's it. Like we know who Lamar is.
That's huge though, Mike. Can you imagine really saying we cannot win without you and it being a literal thing?
No.
Like he makes that much of a difference over there, bro.
Hey, I've been saying this for years. Like I love Lamar. Lamar is literally one of my favorite quarterbacks. I think it's him and Dak for me. I love Lamar and I love what he does. And I think the playoff stuff, although it's true, like people do diminish his impact on winning in the regular season. And when you just have a guy who can throw for 230 yards and rush for 80, like that's literally different every single game. Like, and if you need him to, he'll throw for 300 and rush for 80. So I think the only thing is like you put all this pressure on Lamar's shoulders, and then he starts doing too much in the playoffs, and then it leads to these bad performances because I feel like every single time if you watch him, he feels like that he needs to be Superman to win. Like that's why he, goes through the pocket and he tries to do too much and he fumbles the ball, whatever. Like I just feel like that has a lot to do with his struggles is because they're just too much on his shoulders at times. Yeah. But yeah, we can move on to the NFC. I'll start it off this time with the NFC. I think the NFC is the weirdest division. Like, I think this division is just a crapshoot, honestly.
There's like 6 teams you can choose from.
Yeah, I'll go with 2 right now in the same division. It's the Rams and the Seahawks for me right now are the best 2 teams. Like, I think the Bucks. I do think the Bucks are there for me too, but I am worried. But they've also been injury prone. I think their defense has been better than last year, and I think Baker's like struggled a little bit in these last couple of games, but like I still think a guy like him, if he gets hot like in the regular season, like they can make a run for sure. So I wouldn't be surprised there. But I think these last couple of weeks, the Rams really haven't played anyone, to be honest with you. But I think the pass rush combined with Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams and Puka when Puka's healthy, I think that's going to be really hard to beat. And then the Seahawks to me are just the most balanced team. They're basically the Broncos of the NFC, but their quarterback's actually playing well. So to me, that's why I have them. And all their issues they had last year, the lack of offensive line, that's really – it's not the best offensive line, but they have a run game now, and they protect Darnold enough. And then JSN being like a borderline top 10 receiver in the game, like they just have so many weapons. But B, we can move on to you.
Yeah, I definitely – Seahawks are like my number 1 team in the entire NFL. They're splitting carries with Zach Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker, which I don't like, but it's working.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, Sam Darnold has been a baller all year. JSN, I don't even have to say it. That defense is looking good. Yeah, I think Seahawks are just the complete package. The Rams are number 2 for me in the NFC. Matt Stafford's been playing lights out. He had another 4-touchdown game. That's insane. Puka's a dog. Devontae Adams is a dog. Kyron Williams, he's serviceable, I guess. And also, my 3rd team is I'm leaning towards the Bucks more than the Lions. I think I know the Lions beat them, but I just trust the Bucks more as of right now. Whenever they get healthy, they're the 3rd team in the NFC. And the 4th, I'm gonna say, is the Eagles. Still, they just got to find out what their identity is.
Yeah, I refrain from saying Philly because at the end of the day, I just think repeating is hard, especially the way that they've been playing. Like, I just don't see it. I just don't see a world where you can't get AJ Brown involved and win when your running game isn't what it was last year.
And AJ been
Probably
open
go.
too.
Probably
AJ been open too.
And also, it's like the
Type
defensive deficiencies are also glaring. Like, although they have the same guys that have been good, it's just I don't know if did Jair retire or did I see that or no?
No, he's
stepping away.
taping a step away.
But he's not
Okay, yeah,
retired.
so he's not even gonna play. Yeah, like so they still have the outside the boundary issue. Like I just don't. It's gonna be tough for them to win, dude. If they can't put up 30 points in the playoffs, like I can see one team putting up that many. So that's what I'd say. But Kenya, you want to go?
Yeah, mine. My first team is this. I'm gonna say the Rams are the first team just because I am worried about. So I have the Rams first, the Seahawks second. The reason why I have the Seahawks second, I am worried about what's gonna happen when the opposing defenses focus all their attention on JSN and who else is gonna go off. In a playoff setting, that's my biggest worry. At least the Rams have Devontae Adams and Kyron Williams and Puka, so they have a second, at least second option. My third, I would. Oh, I don't know. Tampa Bay has too many injuries. I'm leaning the Lions for the third. Their secondary is an issue, and who's going to be calling the plays offensively is an issue. I think clearly Dan might want to continue calling the plays because they've looked the best they have all season. I know it's the Commanders' defense and everything, but when he was calling the plays, at least J-Mo went off, and I think if J-Mo doesn't go off, it's going to get the offense just seems to be really like stale. And then my fourth, I would lean then I'll put the Bucks there. I'm not confident in the Eagles right now. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Putting up 10 points and yeah, Green Bay's completely fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
So
nobody's giving that game the same smoke they were giving the Raiders and Broncos game. They were just clowning that game, and then it's just like this one. It's like, oh, they need to do this, they need to do that, and then they just leave it alone.
Yeah, I think it's the Seahawks and the Rams, but like the Bucks, if they get healthy, like I mean, they're not going to get fully healthy, but I'm saying
healthier.
If they get healthier, and then I don't know. Yeah, the Lions are also just a team where it's like they have enough talent to make it too, especially with how these teams have been playing. I think the Rams have been playing the most consistent football in the last couple of weeks. Actually, no, the Seahawks are one, but the Rams are up there, but they've also haven't played anyone good in a while. So it's just it's a crapshoot in the NFC. But I would take the Seahawks right now, bro. I really would take the Seahawks. I think you have to take the Seahawks to get there. The way that Sam Darnold's been playing, like Sam Darnold has completely shut me up. Like I thought that was a bad move. And
yeah,
he's been just as good as he's been better than last
year.
He's been actually better than last year. And then what
JSN is better than last year too.
JSN is a legit playmaker.
Number one, bro.
Like he can take over a game. It's like terrifying. He's getting 120, 30 yards every single game, like dominating. But I do think if you can find a way to take him out of the equation, then we can see. Then I think that there's a shot because, like, I think Horton's good, like, but the other part, I feel like they're very, very reliant on him, like super reliant on him. We got F in the building.
Sorry, I'm late, y'all.
F dot, real quick. No, you're good, bro. Real quick, AFC and NFC. We're doing our best teams. Do you have like your favorite team or your favorite teams on either side? You just go.
Man, the AFC is so difficult because I feel like everybody's had like a weird year, like especially the teams that we all thought were going to be really elite, like the Bills, for instance, Chiefs, Ravens, obviously. The Chargers look good in that Steelers game. It's hard. It's hard for the AFC. I think the NFC is clearly for me is the Eagles. I don't know. I just don't see anybody. To me personally, I mean, the Rams. They can definitely. The Rams are up there, but I think in the playoffs, the trenches is going to be very important. I think that the Eagles O line and D line is going to be able to attack Matthew Stafford and kind of force them into making mistakes in that game. Kind of similar to how that second half went when they played each other. And I think the Eagles kind of pull it out. Seattle is up there too. I love Seattle. I think they have I was saying it like preseason. I think they have a top 5 defense. Mike Mack is a defensive genius. The offense is rolling. I could see them being really good. I think my one thing is Sam Darnold. Like, is he going to fold under pressure? Is he going to play up to par when the playoffs come around?
In the
Um, is the O line going to keep up exactly? Is the run game going to be good? Because I feel like their run game is very inconsistent. So in the playoffs, they're going to really have to like lean heavy, because their game plan is going to be stopping JSN and like kind of bracketing him and letting other guys have to beat them. So I think that would be my thing with the Seahawks. But they are definitely going to be contenders. Rams are going to be contenders. Eagles, Packers are up there because their defense. But Jordan Love has been struggling this season kind of. He still lacks, I think, timing and precision for me. Like, he's a very talented quarterback. We were talking about earlier yesterday on Player's Choice, but I don't know. AFC is tough. I don't know. I really don't know who's coming out of the AFC. I'll be honest. None of the teams look convincing. I feel like the AFC. This is the most the AFC has been up for grabs in the last like 5 to 7 years, in my opinion.
No, for sure. Ever since Mahomes, actually not. I mean, Brady was there before Mahomes rolled around, so it might even be longer than that.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I agree. The AFC is a crapshoot. The fact that the Patriots look the most convincing is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, like Patriots do look more,
Like we were saying, like, yeah, there's a chance. Like I said preseason that I think week 8, week 9, they'll be in playoff contention. I don't know if they can hold it together. But bro, they're gonna make the playoffs. They're literally 8-2. But we can move on to a little bit of a B and Hefe victory lap. Unfortunately, early isn't here. But Andy's got his cam back on. He knows what's up. Travis Hunter, PCL and MCL surgery, out for the season. How do we feel about this?
Ladies and gentlemen.
You're not shocked.
Ladies and gentlemen. I hate to say I told you so. Well, come on, we lying.
You're misread.
I love saying I told you so. I told you niggas that this is not Madden. You cannot turn the injuries off, buddy. If you are 6 foot, 150 pounds soaking wet, and you trying to play both ways in the NFL, it ain't gonna work. And what did you dumb motherfuckers tell me over and over and over? Oh, he'll be able to do it. He only play a percentage of the snaps.
Nah, we was haters, B. We was haters, remember?
A percentage of the snaps on offense, a percentage of the snaps on defense. He'll be fine. He'll be able to last the entire season. Well, guess what? He played 7 whole games, and he's out for the entire duration of the season. He won't be able to play or even walk damn near for 6 months. So congratulations, you ruined this young man's career. He already got this daggone okay, I'm not even gonna bring up his personal life with his girl, but he already got this girl on his back. Now he gonna be sitting here for 6 months, not walking, busted up knee, and he's not gonna be able to play. He won't be able to figure out whether or not he wants to be a wide receiver or a corner. He's gonna have to pick, because I'm sure he's not gonna do this shit next year. I mean, honestly, you need to learn from this year that you can't play both ways. If you only lasted 7 goddamn games, that's not even half the damn season. So this is y'all fault. This is Travis Hunter's fault. This is the fans' fault. This is the Jaguars organization. You gave up a lot for him. I didn't agree with that, but whatever. Travis Hunter, you got to sell tickets. I get it. But still, playing both ways is a no-go. If you're 150 pounds wet, if you're 6'4", 230. Playing both ways is a bad idea, but definitely a bad idea when you a skinny little kid trying to figure it out. You ain't even fucking fully developed yet. Come on now.
It's unfortunate to see, bro. It's unfortunate, bro. Watching Young go down, bro. Like real life, he can ball, dog. He can ball, Young. Like I my man B already cooked. I really want to see him play, and I don't want to see him limited or restricted to one side of the ball. I get it. He came up in college, bro. This ain't college, bro. You can't be Superman over here, bro. A lot of people tried. It's the league. Like, chill, bro. Just dedicate to one side. If you're gonna play both sides, don't do it as much. 5 reps a game, 10 reps a game, whatever. But real life is shown that it's not gonna work. And like I said, you playing both sides. It's like you getting the most reps out of anybody on the entire team because you playing both sides, dog. And now you're sitting down, and it's ugly. And it's ugly because you're done for the season, and you ain't even make it to 10 games.
7 games, Hefe.
That's sad.
He
And he
played
was just going
7
off. He was
games.
just now getting going too.
Yeah, and now he got to wait 6 months and
But
figure it
think
out.
about that. That
No
ain't no
live
coincidence.
game
Right when he
reps.
get going, his
Yeah.
ass get robbed.
No live game reps, none of that stuff. You can't be able to play. You're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna be injury riddled now. We're gonna question your durability because he's playing both sides of the daggone ball. He was getting busted up in college a little bit.
He was.
I mean, there are games where he sat out. There are games where he couldn't play no more because he was hurt a little bit. He wasn't injured, but he was hurt a little bit.
His
So-
shoulder and his-
So why do you think in the NFL that makes sense? It still bothers me that people actually thought that was feasible for him to play an entire 17 game season.
B, who you talk about?
Like,
I know.
come on, man! I ain't even got to name names. I ain't gonna go there. We gonna let it go.
No, his lawyer in
They know-
here.
they
His
know who-
lawyer
they
in
know- they
His
know who they are, and they
lawyer.
know they were wrong.
His
So I'm not
lawyer.
even gonna bring that up. But how could you think that he's gonna play an entire 17 game season when he was getting hurt even in college? You guys are bigger, stronger, faster. Told y'all this.
And
And I
gonna
hated
say
to have to
this.
be right
I'm
about
gonna
this.
say this, and we're gonna talk to the number one Travis defender in 1 second. But let me just say this: I have nothing to say. Y'all were right. You know, I did the ultimate cop out when we talked about this. And I said I don't know, but we'll see what happens. And you know,
That's the
is
better
what it is
answer than
now.
yeah. That's the better answer than
I
you
just
could do
think
it.
I said I don't know. So you can't say that I was wrong, but you can't say that I was
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So whatever. But no, I also think it's like, I mean, I don't think he was healthy the entire season. And I think it's clear when you drafted a guy top 3 and you're not even using him offensively. You're giving RPO plays to freaking what was his name? De'Ami Brown. But that goes to say that you can't do that. Like it's hard to play that many snaps and be that physical in the NFL, and let alone college. He was doing this in high school. He's been doing this his whole life. So it's just a wear and tear. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if he's going to come back and play both or he's going to choose one side. We'll see, honestly. But I mean, you know, as much as I hit the nail on the head and said, we've never seen anybody do what he did in college. Like, I didn't care what conference he was in, like, to do what he did on both sides, that hadn't been done. But there was players that did it to a lesser extent, like Woodson, like Bailey, and when they came into the league, they picked one side. And I think Woodson's a little bit different because Woodson, don't get me wrong, Woodson was a great athlete. But when we compare him to Champion is one of the best athletes ever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, look at F. wanting to leave real quick. Not playing. He won. No, but yeah, F. Mr. Travis Hunter himself. What is your response to these allegations?
Man, it was tough because I feel like he was actually playing, like, especially these last 2-3 games, he was playing some good football. Like, he has his first 100-yard game in the season. Had some good defensive snaps throughout some of these games. Things was looking like it was picking up for him. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was right, bro. The wear and tear in the NFL is physical, you know, and it broke down on him. I don't know what they're gonna do for next year. I don't know what they're gonna
Maybe
do for
play
next
him
year. I
on
don't
one
know if they're
side.
gonna play
Maybe
something.
play him on one side. I think that'd be best.
But like, is it crazy if I feel like they're not gonna do that though? I feel like they're not gonna do that. I
I'm
feel
sure
like
they
want
will.
to
We'll
see
just
playing
be
both
back
sides.
here
It'd be the
again,
smart
just
I'm
thing,
not
like
man.
saying
this.
that's the right decision. I'm not saying that's the right decision, but I really feel like they're not
They
gonna
need
do
to
that.
manage
Though.
it more.
I feel like
They
they're
need
gonna
to
still play on both sides.
strategize it more.
Yeah,
That's what they need to do.
I think they need to strategize it. But that's a good point. I think they
I
just
gotta
gotta
go,
be a little
y'all.
bit
I
more.
gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah,
It gotta be more
he
of a
don't do that.
strategy with it. So, that's all. It gotta be more of a strategy with it. But
I
that's
think
how
that
I
they
feel.
should use him.
They need to put him in that corner and stay there.
Yeah, I think they should use him like how they did Charles Woodson in college. That he's mainly in corner
Yeah.
and then he goes in for a gadget play at this point.
Yeah.
Because he's a
that's
better
the move.
corner. But like, yeah, I do agree. There, like, look, he wasn't. He didn't come in like rush or receiving 800 yards and then having like 4 picks and playing lockdown corner. Like that stuff didn't happen. But he did have some flashes at both positions. So it's not like
Yeah.
he was just a bum all season. You know what I mean?
No,
Nah,
it was
but
not. No, it was
he
not.
he relies so much on his pure athleticism, especially as a wide receiver. So now it just sets him another year behind on like, practicing and fixing those tiny details like the route running and stuff like that. That was my biggest concern going into the season was his route running. So now he's another year behind, and
I hope the guy
at this point he should just stay at corner because he's just too behind on wide receiver.
I hope they don't ruin this guy, man.
I don't
really
think
hope
he's
they
that
don't run
behind
this
a receiver though. He's not that behind a receiver. Honestly, he's not. I don't like when people say that because he's a better corner obviously, but he's really not that bad of a receiver either. Like if you just look at how he run routes, they're not the best, but they've gotten way better than when he first started college. When he first even like before training camp, when rookie camp was coming around and we was watching him run getting in and out of his breaks. You can see later on in the season his separation was getting better. They started utilizing him a little bit more. So I feel like as a receiver, he would be a solid option. But again, they just got to use him more like that Charles, what's it called, Woodson role, and just like kind of slot him in with RPOs or big plays where you on third downs or whatever the case is, important downs, and put him in the game, that way. But I think as a receiver, he's improving. But like what you guys said, DB is where he needs to be. He needs to start there and kind of like improve.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
Nobody prayed on him getting injured. They said that it would happen. Nobody wanted him to. Nobody wanted him to get hurt.
It was a concern.
Don't say that.
Understand this when I say this. Understand this when I say this. I said you can go back and look. I said Travis Hunter is a talented guy, and I like Travis Hunter. I said this in the all offseason. I said I prayed that they won't let him, that they will see the light and they will not let this man. This is the only time I'm mad about being right. This is the only time I'm mad. The only thing I like to be the only reason that I like that I was right about is just for me. That's just how I am. I'm sorry. But I'm upset the fact that he is hurt because I do not want to see a talented guy like this ruined because you're utilizing him in a very foolish way and having him play both sides. I want this man to succeed, and he should succeed going forward, playing corner 100% of the time. I do not want to see him at a wide receiver taking hits anymore, going up, jumping on the football, going up, attacking the football at a high point, which is his strength at wide receiver, by the way. But him coming down on that knee that is now injured and he cannot walk for 6 daggone months, I don't want to see that happen. I want to see him playing corner in coverage. You can shy away from the tackling a little bit. That's cool. That's fine. We seen Deion do it. He wasn't much of a tackler, but hey, one of the best corners in the league ever. So I want that from Travis Hunter. I want to see him succeed. So if you all are fans of him like you say you are, which I can say I'm a fan of him too, you want the same thing for him, which is something I've been preaching all season. So don't get mad at me. That was right. And I knew what the hell was going on. I had the damn common sense to go, hey, he's going to get hurt. And he got hurt. So don't get mad at me. That's the Jaguars organization. That's not on me.
Yeah.
Also, defensively, I feel like they should like utilize him more a little bit, like as far as because he's like a versatile athlete. I feel like they can move him around a lot more, like instead of just putting him outside, like throw him in the nickel, like play some places, put him places where he can like get to the ball because his ball skills are so elite. I feel like just keeping somebody outside is just like kind of limiting what he's really, really good at.
He don't need to play nickel. He gonna get routed up. That's
not the whole time,
hard.
but like I'm just saying, like move him around a little bit though. No, I feel like
you play nickel, but that's a different ball game.
Enough.
You need to be a boundary corner.
He's not.
It's not easy to do that.
He's not. No, it's not. He's not.
Sauce type. Then
that's what I was thinking.
But his ball skills at that position, if they move him around a little bit, I don't think he can make more plays if they're moving him a little bit around, the boundary. Like I feel I don't know.
Maybe. He gonna make some plays, but he gonna be giving a lot of plays up too, though.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like,
as much as I love Patrick Surtain, if you ask him to play, we gonna put you to slot this whole game, he gonna get routed up.
But he don't got the ball skills of Travis though. Like he's just a pure lockdown.
Ball skills is fine though, but I'm talking about as a coverage standpoint when you're playing man coverage in the middle of the field, mind you, where you don't have the boundary to save you in case the coverage ain't as sticky. Yeah. But In the slot, it's a different ball game, man.
Yeah, it's a different ball game. It is. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's the thing. In zone, it would work, but like, yeah, man, it's just I don't
Really
know.
more in zone. That's really honestly, that's really more I was kind of like alluding to more in like in the zone, kind of moving
I don't
around.
know if that's him. I just don't know how much slot he played like that. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad take though. But we can move on. Those getting smacked by the Dolphins, I think is I think that's the most surprising game of the season, and I think it's by far. I don't think the Jags are a great team, but they're not a bad team. They're a solid team. They're just performing under expectations, mainly because their quarterback is a glorified game manager that they said was going to be the next Peyton Manning. But that's whatever. Anyway, let's not talk about that.
Not gonna know that Panthers game versus the Falcons 34-0. That was probably the most surprising game though. Like this Bills game was pretty surprising, but
but it's just like that's that too. But it's just the way that we think about the Bills and the way that we're thinking about the Dolphins. Like, yeah,
the Bills is more shocking, dude. The Falcons.
That's fair.
We knew the Falcons were wishy-washy. They got embarrassed, cool. Yeah. But to Josh Allen, he played a bad game, dude.
He played terrible. But like, can we be honest though, Brandon? These last 3-4 weeks, Josh really haven't been playing that good.
Josh. Yeah, he played a bad game.
Like, dude. He hasn't. The Falcons game, he didn't play good. The Pacers game, he didn't play good. The Saints game was the James Cook game. The Chiefs game, he played really, really good. But other than that, I mean, it's been pretty.
Why are you throwing a red zone pick against the top two worst teams in the entire league in the Miami Dolphins?
It was just a bad.
Why are you throwing a red zone pick when you were about to get if y'all score there, y'all getting back in the game. You could potentially win that game still. The game's not out of reach yet. But when you throw a red zone pick as Josh Allen, like, what are you doing, dog? You too much of a vet to be doing that stuff. Patrick Mahomes did it against the Jaguars. Cool, fine. But at the end of the day, he has 3 rings and you ain't got nothing. So you really have no excuse. You really have no excuse to be throwing red zone picks.
And this is also the thing. Like,
we're not gonna give you too much grace, dog. When you ain't won nothing. I want to hear that. Like, Josh Allen is on watch.
Talk about the fumble, Brandon.
Yeah, the fumble.
Yeah, you fumbling it. Come on, bro. Yeah, nah. Josh Allen. Yeah, he need to get a lot more slander than he be getting. He need that Dak slander. I agree. Yeah. He need that Dak slander, and Dak's been playing well.
Whoa.
Yeah. He need that Dak slander. I don't care.
All right, Dak slander. Damn, Brandon. All right.
That's a little.
Talk about Dak Prescott in a bad light one more time. I'm kicking you.
No. Dak has been hooping. Dak has been hooping this entire season. Yeah, I've been on record saying that now.
And he's been kind of. What game did? Cardinals game. He was terrible, but also I give him leeway because
those 2 games he was bad. I'll give you that. But
the amount of pressure put on his shoulders is just ridiculous, bro. Like, you can't win that way. You can't win when you feel like you have to put up 7 points every single freaking play. But there was a lot of inaccurate throws and all that. He didn't play well. But I think going back to the Bills, I'm going to do this for every quarterback conversation we have. Like, I'm going to give blame to Josh Allen, but I'm going to talk about the team. I think this team, the run game is really, really, it can be elite. And then at times it's a little bit inconsistent, but it's definitely one of the best in the league. Other than that, though, they don't have anything. Like, their receiving core is so subpar. I think besides Kincaid's been the only one that has actually, like, Kincaid's turning into the person that we thought that he could be.
No, but the slot guy pretty good too.
Who?
They wasn't getting no separation. I'm not.
Khalil Shakir is pretty good, but Keon Coleman, holy fuck!
No, yeah, but I think
he can't separate to save his life. I've been telling y'all that he is, bro. Keon Coleman, bro, he got to go. He got to go.
But I think also, before we get to Coleman, I think Shakir is still good, but I don't think he's as good as he once was. I think that he's kind of declining. But when it comes to what's the name, Keon Coleman, it's just what we were sold. Like, we were sold that this guy was going to be a jump ball merchant, that he was going to be the next Dez. The problem is that he's not particularly explosive. He's not, when you look at him, he's tall and lanky, but he's not strong. I think his physical attributes were oversold coming into the draft. Yeah. And now it's just, he just doesn't have those overarching traits to get away from the fact that he's just not that good of a route runner and doesn't get open that much. Like
Route
all
running,
of his catches are just Josh Allen scrambling and finding him. Like
route running is piss poor. His release is piss poor. Oh, him just trying to get out of routes. It's like he's stuck in quicksand. Dude, he got some bad feet, bad hips. He don't know how to manipulate with his eyes, nothing.
No.
I don't know what he's doing out there. He out there running cardio.
He's bad. And then the defense is just like, dude, and that's a game where Tua threw 2 interceptions. That's the other thing. Like Josh Allen gets a lot of blame. He threw 2 interceptions.
I say he didn't play like that
twice. He tried to give him a game like twice. He threw an interception like on his first throw. Like on his first 10 throws, he threw an interception. Like it didn't take that long.
Come on now.
Come on.
Yeah.
And the Miami Dolphins secondary is one of the worst in the league, and the wide receivers were struggling with them.
Nah, don't say nothing. Keep on playing like this. Keep on playing like this, Buffalo.
And
you will find yourself out the playoffs. They couldn't
stop Devon Achane. I mean, Devon Achane. We could have said that he was the offensive player of the week. Because damn, I mean, they couldn't do anything against him.
Bro, let Lamar play against the Bills, Lord, please, in the playoffs this year, bro. I would give anything for that, bro. Let's get the narratives turned around for my guy, man. Like, come on.
We honestly, we might play him early because the way the seating is.
Oh, the way the seating looking. Oh, yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility there, buddy. Way that seating looking.
Dude, Daboll going back to Buffalo wouldn't even be that bad of a thing. I don't think he's a good head coach, but hey, get in there to help the offense. Even though if they don't make the playoffs, McDermott's gone.
He should have been gone, in my opinion.
I think McDermott was borderline hot seat going into last season, and then Josh Allen has an MVP year.
McDermott's just a guy, dude. I don't think he does anything well. He's just a guy there.
He does anything either. I really don't think he does anything, but I think it's also like this team needs to get more dynamic. They need to trade for a receiver. They need to do something. They need to rebuild. Like this is a team who hasn't really changed anything in the past couple of years other than get rid of Diggs, and you're just cooked other than that. But yeah, anyway, we can move on. We can move on to Green Bay. So Green Bay, I was going to talk about the Pats and the Bucs game, but we already talked about Drake May enough. Shout out Drake May, you're him. Green Bay loses to the Eagles, puts up 7 points. We'll start out with the Jordan Love guy himself, F. Who's to blame for this loss?
I think there's a few people. I think Jordan Love is to blame. Like he's just not consistent enough, honestly, to get like we were talking about yesterday. I mean, $50 million, and you're still struggling with playing on time. You're still struggling with reading the field, right? Mm-hmm. You're still struggling with your pre-snap. Yeah, your pre-snaps and stuff like that. It's just like you can clearly see that he still needs development. But also, I think the receivers aren't getting any separation. Matthew Golden didn't play in that game, right? So it's just Romeo Doubs. Obviously, Kraft is gone. I think the Packers, GM, they sold in the trade deadline. I think they should have went out and at least. I never really heard their name in these conversations. Obviously, we don't know behind the closed doors, but I think they should have went and got like a tight end. And Njoku was on the market. Get a receiver maybe. I felt like they kind of sat on their ass and they didn't really do anything either to kind of help that room out a little bit. The defense, is elite. Like the D line played great. The corners played great. Safety played great. Evan Williams was fine everywhere. I was talking about him last year when he was a rookie. He was really, really good. Him and McKinney are, I think, one of the best safety duos in the league. So the defense, they're going to be able to win them games, especially down stretch in the playoffs. But the offense is definitely to blame. I think Matt LaFleur is to blame. His play calling has been very sketchy as well. And then, Jordan Love, he's a quarterback. At the end of the day, he wasn't making plays. I think they had, 30, 34 yards in the first half. That's terrible. That is just terrible. And then the run game was just kind of non-existent. So I think it's a whole team thing, but Jordan Love is definitely like him and Matt LaFleur is definitely, head of the shit there.
Look, two things can be true. Like, I think to put Jordan Love in top 10 conversations, I think he hasn't played well enough to do that. Yeah. And I think mainly top 2 to 3 MVP candidate. Shift, yeah, that's ridiculous. Like I'm not trying to shit on you. If you saw that's ridiculous to me. 2 to 3, like he doesn't have the talent around him. Like he does to be an MVP. It's like I don't know. No. Look, there's no excuses. I'll say this. I think two things can be true, right? I think number one, Jordan Love hasn't played good enough. I think if you have an elite defense like this, I think that you should be able to win games and you shouldn't be putting up 14 points a game. Like you're getting the ball back a lot during the game. You should find ways to win. I think he's so worried about not turning the ball over that he's not taking chances. But I think also if you look at this roster, like number one, Matthew Golden, his connection hasn't been good. They have no deep playability. Their run game is worse than it was last year. And they don't have a real receiver, a real possession receiver that you can rely on to get open. So I think it's just a tough situation all around. I think every part of the team deserves blame. I don't think it's one guy. But I think Jordan Love definitely, the way that we were hyping him up, I mean, after the first couple games, I think that he deserves the most blame, but I don't think it's all on him.
Yeah.
Kenya?
I'll say I really do. Are we going to speak on the Eagles too? Because I got something to say about that. But it's starting to look like they probably shouldn't have even drafted a receiver at this point last year because they drafted the wrong type of receiver. Not saying that Matthew Golden hasn't been playing well. He's been getting open. He's been open on multiple occasions. He was open at least twice or a few times during that game, and just he never saw him, or he just never looks his way. I think there's too many mouths to feed, and they all have such big glaring issues that it's really hard to find any continuity with any of his wide receivers. So it's not all on him, but some of it is on him. I think his offensive line is still banged up, and they still can't run the ball. And I think Matt LaFleur, he's not getting enough flack for his, what I'm calling weak play calling. I'm still pissed off at him for going on safe mode in like the last 50 seconds of the Cowboys game. They could have easily won that game. What happened in the end of that game is what's been happening in the other games. It's just been happening throughout the entire game where there's safe play call. I don't know if he just doesn't trust his quarterback. I don't know if he doesn't trust the wide receivers. Like I don't know.
They have a dynamic enough receiving core to be aggressive. They just don't.
I don't know. They're normally pretty good at drafting wide receivers. I don't know what's going on over there. They just don't have a good enough route runner. They don't have a complete receiver. Everybody has things that they do well, but they don't have just one receiver that does everything well. That's the problem.
Yeah, I do. I don't know if I would say Golden wasn't the right move. I do get your point. I think that
they all blend in though. That's the problem. They
don't have a big play receiver either.
Yeah,
that's the problem. They don't have any way to get big plays. That's really their biggest issue. They have no big playability. Like Dobbs has shown that he can be solid in those possession moments, but
so is Christian Watson. I feel like they want Christian Watson.
Watson was supposed to be the big play guy, but he just isn't that. He's not dynamic.
He's not that.
I think getting Golden involved is the biggest way to help this team. But yeah, I mean, look, Jordan Love gets blamed, but we can move on to the next topic. Are we talking about the Eagles?
Oh,
Eagles. Yeah, I forgot. Go ahead and say your piece about the Eagles.
Yeah. I have two quick things. One, Nick Sirianni needs to stop hiring offensive coordinators at this point. I am getting really sick and tired of these shitty offensive coordinators. I don't understand the mindset of saying, hey, I want to hire my best friend, frat buddy, or whatever the heck Kevin Patullo is to him, and saying, hey, go coach my offense. I mean, it was pathetic. I turned off the game like after halftime because I was just really annoyed by it. And then another thing, the media has got to stop treating A.J. Brown like he's fucking Antonio Brown. He has every right to be frustrated, and I think they're trying to paint him out to be this villain, this locker room cancer that he's not. He's just frustrated. I think everything that he's been saying and on Twitch and on social media, he's been right in saying it. I just think maybe he needs to choose a better outlet to say these things. But there's just no reason why. I don't understand how an offensive coordinator has all this talent on an offense and you don't know what to do with them. It's the same situation over there in Atlanta. How hard is it to get your guys involved?
This is what the Philly media does. Like they can't help themselves. This is what they do. And no, it's legit. Yeah. You can go back and look at like any situation, the Nick Foles, Carson Wentz situation. Like they drag it as much as they can. They're one of the nastiest media groups in sports. But I think also like This is what I said on PC. I think being a diva is overrated. Every receiver is a diva. In a one-on-one situation in the NFL, you should think that you're always open. F dot. When you played basketball, was there a shot that you took that you didn't think that you were gonna make?
Hell no, man.
Of course. That's how you play the game. You can't be like, oh, I don't know if this shot's gonna go in. It's the same thing with the receiver. Every single time you have a one-on-one situation, you think you should have the ball. So I want my receiver to get pissed off and be mad, frustrated if he doesn't get the ball because he should want the ball. On the other side, though, there's a difference between doing that and then being a cancer to the team because of that. Guys like T.O., certain guys that cause that much friction. But what Brown is doing is not that. What A.J. Brown's doing is not that. A.J. Brown is getting parroted with questions about it, and he's saying one thing every 8 times he's asked. And he's making jokes. He's not being an ass. He's not saying Jalen Hurts sucks. He's not doing the John Morant thing. He's just like his thing in the media was, I should want the ball. I should want production. Like, teams have figured out how to stop us. It was a very fair statement. I don't think it's diva-like at all. Like, a guy like Amon-Ra. I love Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra is not considered a diva, but there's clips on NFL films or whatever of him crashing out when he has 3 catches. Go look it up. Like, every receiver who's good is going to do that stuff. Like, and I think especially when you're reliant on another person for your production, you're going to get angry. As a quarterback, you are in charge of your own production. Like, obviously the team matters, but there's not one person that has to give you the ball. You have the ball to start. With the receiver, the quarterback has to give you the ball. So it's a lot different of a dynamic. But yeah, I think A.J. Brown's completely fair. And there's been times where he's been open, he missed them. Like the Giants game that they lost. And I'm not saying Hurts has played horrible this season. I think he's played bad in some games, not in other games. And I think the OC gets blamed 100%. But like on that play where he threw that interception, where he tried to throw to Devontae Smith, and you had A.J. Brown in the slot on a mid-post with no safety help right there. He didn't throw him the ball. And that is actually good on Kevin Pattillo because you got A.J. Brown up the middle on a 0 blitz with no help from safeties. That's where you want him, if anything, in the red zone. Like that was a free play. So I think, yeah, it goes both ways. So at the end of the day, like I don't agree with the diva stuff at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
But
I agree.
We can move on. This is a very interesting thing. We've got 2 more discussions, and then we're gonna cut it off for today. So we got the Bears beating the Giants. The Bears are now 6-2. I think no, 6-4.
6-3, right?
6-3. They're 6-3.
Yeah, they're 6-3.
6-3. My fault. They're 6-3. 6-3. Are the Bears for real? And will they make the playoffs? Kenya. Or no, after. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hey, before the season, I did say the Bears could, be the 2nd seed. I said did I say no? I said they could be the 3rd seed. I'm sorry, not the 2nd, because I said the Packers. I said they could be the 3rd seed. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was like, "Oh, the Vikings." I'm like, no, I think the Bears.
No, you were right on that.
Johnson. Hey, I mean, they don't really look good. Like they don't look crazy good, but I mean, I knew the Vikings weren't going to be that good with JJ. Or they are good, but I felt like Ben Johnson and the boys and Caleb was going to kind of figure things out over there, and they can kind of like slide in that 3rd seed. I didn't think they would start 6-3. I don't know if they're going to finish this like season strong, but I mean, they're looking. I mean, against the bad teams, they're looking really, really good. But against like comp teams, they kind of like fold under pressure. So they're like one of those weird teams where it's like it's hard to evaluate them. But the offense, when the offense is ringing, the offense is really, really ringing. The defense is just very inconsistent. But when the offense is going against elite, I would say elite D lines, not really necessarily defenses, but D lines. When they go against those top of the tier elite D lines, they start to it starts looking rough for them. I think Caleb holds the ball still a little bit too long. I think it's hard for him. I think he's still having problems with reading the field as far as in the middle of the field. And the pre-snaps and just kind of going through those stuff as well. But hey, man, Bears they're 6-3 winning games.
I think they're the most fraudulent 6-3 team in the NFL. I mean, they've barely won these games, and I mean like by the skin of their teeth, they barely won these games. They were lucky to win the Bengals game. They were one stupid missed tackle away from losing. Yeah, laugh all you want, because it was the most embarrassing 15 seconds of my entire life.
Yeah, that was
Anyways.
Oh yeah, we're laughing on your downfall, Ken.
Yeah, laugh on my downfall.
No, not on your downfall. I'm sorry. It was just the play was just like it shouldn't have
But
happened.
yeah, they haven't really been like impressive. These last 8 games is going to make and break their season, because they have to play the Steelers, they play the Packers twice, they play the Browns, they play the Lions at the end, they play the Niners, so they play the Eagles too. So this is going to be kind of their make or break to see what they can really do against good defensive lines. So I am going to say,
Oof. That's a tough.
I'm gonna say,
game.
I don't know if they make the playoffs with this back half of the schedule.
I mean, unless the Packers just like somewhat.
They play the Vikings next. They beat the Vikings. I'll say that.
Yeah, so they got Vikings, Bears.
Vikings.
I'll take that. But hey, man, I don't know, man. We saw JJ McCarthy pop off last week.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say it's definitive that they're gonna win that game.
Yeah, he did pop off
right.
against the Lions. I ain't gonna lie.
And they play the Steelers next. I'm gonna say they beat the Steelers because I think they have more weapons.
Yeah, I would go.
I mean, they do.
JJ
That's the
was gonna go
problem.
crazy.
They have all these weapons, but they're not like all getting. It's not like cohesive offense yet. That's my issue.
Oh yeah, I'll go Steelers because I think they're gonna regress back, or they're gonna progress back to the mean. They've been bad these last couple of weeks. I think that they turn it around. I don't think that they'll be just this horrible for the rest of the season. They could be, but I wouldn't bet that. Bears versus Eagles. I think Philly's gonna win that game.
Yeah.
Bears
the Bears
versus
defense is
Packers.
awful.
This is probably the decider of the division right here, because if the Packers win these next 3 games, or they go 2-1, then they play the Bears, then that can totally swing this division. Where is it at though? Let me see.
It's at the Packers. This one's at the Packers.
In Lambeau. No, I'm gonna have to go Packers, bro.
I'm gonna have to go Packers too. I don't know though.
If Caleb like progress, the problem with Caleb is I just want to see him play a good game for the entire game.
Right.
And the deficiencies that F. brought up are why he can't play like just a solid full game. But until I see him play a full game, and it doesn't have to be him throwing for 400 yards. It just has to be him playing at a solid level at the same rate for the entire game. I can't see them like beating the Packers of Lambeau. That's just, I don't know about that one.
And then the Browns come to town, and I think Myles Garrett will just have 6 sacks by himself. So yeah. I don't know about that game either. But Caleb Williams is a better quarterback than that other guy, so I'm going to pick the Bears to win that.
That's
game.
when I trust their defense too.
Yeah,
their defense.
Then they play the Packers again.
Whoa, in Soldier. I think they'll probably split. But if whoever team wins both, it's GG's. That's probably
yeah.
Then they play the Niners. I think they can beat the Niners. The Niners are just too injured. They'll probably be healthier by that point, but I don't know.
I think the Niners are also one of those teams where it's like it doesn't matter who they have. Like if Mac
they're gonna play good, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then the Lions, Bears, I would go Lions here. Well, it really depends. If the Lions pull away from the division and sit everybody, then they'll win. But I think if healthy on healthy, I think that they win. I think that they win that game. I think the only way you can beat the Lions to me is if your quarterback is on one, because it doesn't have to be on one, but your quarterback has to play well, because their secondary is their biggest weakness.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, I would probably go no, and I just think they're fraudulent because it's just like, I don't know. You barely beat the Raiders, barely beat the Commanders. You beat the Saints by 12. Then you got smacked by the Ravens when first game of Lamar coming back.
Lamar didn't even come back for that game.
Oh, shoot. I forgot. I just assumed. No, casual me. No, so you lose to the Ravens without Lamar.
Yeah,
with that bum-ass defense.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, no, I can't. And then you give up 42 to the Bengals. Like, I don't know. I'd shout out Caleb for that game, though. But yeah, I just don't know. But yeah, we can move on to the last topic of the day. Jacksonville collapses versus the Texans. I think this is the second most disappointing team in all of football right now, aside from the Falcons, who have just been terrible, which we didn't.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed in the Falcons.
Once Early comes back, we'll have him get the absolute MP9 hater vibes going. So we'll save that for next week. But I don't know, man. I was really confident these first couple of games about the Jags, at least not confident that they'd be like a contender or anything, but I thought they'd make the playoffs based off of the Texans looking like garbage, being in that division and in the AFC, and they've lost, what is it, back-to-back weeks or something like that? Or no,
No,
because
they beat the
barely
Raiders. They beat the Raiders.
Yeah, but they
Barely.
barely beat the Raiders. Now they're 5-4. Like, who do we see as the biggest blame for them? Is it Jackson or is it Trevor Lawrence? Is it combination of both? Is it Liam Cohen? You know, what do we see? Is it BTJ?
I just think it was me personally. I just thought it was Davis Mills kind of just figuring it out when he at the back half of the fourth quarter, and it was also an epic collapse by the Jaguars defense. Parker Washington was just cooking the defense all game, which shocked me. I haven't seen one guy go off on the Texans defense like that all season. So that was kind of surprising. But I think it was just they just stopped playing. Like they just kind of like, yeah, we have the lead, so we're just gonna start running these softs, going really, really soft at the end of the game, and then they couldn't get a stop at all. Like they didn't get one stop, basically. I just think it was a better coach game at the end by the Texans, in my opinion.
I seen a stat that said that not Trevor Lawrence, I'm sorry. The Jaguars offense had like only 2 positive yards after like the end of the third quarter to the rest of the game. They only had 2 positive yards of offense.
Oops.
I think that's crazy to me. I think this is like a whole team. Well, this is a whole team kind of choke job. Trevor Lawrence didn't play good down stretch. I think that the defense play was terrible. I think the coaching was very passive. And yeah, David Mills, he was on point the last like from the third quarter, end of the third quarter to the fourth quarter, they were just on point. Nico Collins started getting involved. He started dominating the game. The Jaguars are such a weird team. They go and play the Chiefs and beat them, and then like they have their
Handedly,
little
too.
drop games, and then they play this game, and they just look so weird. And from the third quarter to the fourth quarter is just like a 2 completely different teams. We brought this up on PC. Trevor Lawrence. Like I don't know about you, man. We've been saying this for a couple years now, but now it's becoming more prevalent. Like it's becoming more like of a topic now because it's just like, well, how many years is the Jaguars gonna go through with Trevor Lawrence experience, with this Trevor Lawrence experience?
Ooh, nice.
It's like a struggle.
Yeah, I would
Glorified
say-
game manager. He's a
And
game
BTJ had been bad this whole season.
He's
by
a
the
game
way.
manager. Dude,
I just want to say BTJ has been bad this whole season. Like,
and
actually.
also,
Yeah,
I'm not
true.
saying I disagree. Yeah, BTJ hasn't been good, but like, I'm not saying I disagree with your assessment, Kenny. I agree with it, but like, Justin Herbert did the exact same thing to this team, to the Jag. He lost to the Jaguars in the same fashion in the playoffs, and he got all the blame.
True.
-2 yards. -2 yards. You can't push the ball at all. Like, you can't push the ball at all. And it's funny how in that time when ETN isn't running the rock well, that Trevor Lawrence can't do a damn thing. And as much as like Liam Cohen, look, I don't know. I feel like there's some situations where he's not putting them in the best positions to succeed. But I also think like this team they're talented. It's not like they're talented. Their secondary is suspect, but they have a good front seven. Their run game is solid. It's not like they have no weapons. Like,
Yeah.
this is on him, and he's not a pocket passer. People want him to be a pocket passer. He's not a pocket passer. He's a game manager. Get him out the pocket and let's see what happens. He's not a pocket passer. He's not one. Like, he's just overrated in every sense of the word. Now he may not be overrated because people are down on him. But yeah, he's just not good enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like,
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, I find it really funny how some of these backup quarterbacks this year have come in and have made certain offenses, you could argue, have made certain offenses look better. Like, I could argue that, what's the boy playing in the 49ers right now?
Mac Jones.
Yeah, he looked a lot better last year.
Or
With
this
the
year.
Jags.
Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, with the Jags. When he
Oh.
was playing,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he looked a lot better last year. Because at least they understand the damn assignment. Just throw the ball to your number one wide receiver. That's pretty much it. And I don't understand why that is so freaking hard. There wasn't even that many missed drops this time in this
Yeah.
game. Like,
I
he
think
was
it's
just bad.
simplification of the offense.
Yeah.
And I think it's also when you have been battered and beaten down for 2 years, basically, like your clock is going to be sped up and you're just going to be made more frantic in there, where Davis Mills is trying to get another NFL contract and he just says, whatever happens, happens, F it. And that's just what it leads to sometimes, you know?
So some of the starting quarterbacks, these highest paid quarterbacks, they might want to start taking some notes on the backups, at least. That's the least they can do for themselves, because it's not just because they get paid doesn't mean their job is safe.
You talk about Joe Burrow? No, I'm playing.
Yeah. I
No,
am.
stop.
I kind of am a little bit. I was talking about him based off of the sacks, the fact that he holds the ball just too long sometimes. That's what I
think. Also, it's like I think teams can improve throughout the season. Like I think in a game like this, like who's to say that the Texans don't go out to a 20-0 lead with what's his name in there? You know, I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but I think like on a per game to game basis, I think things definitely change. But it also is something to be said when your backup goes crazy like that. And
exactly.
you haven't done anything.
That's my take on how that game went at the end. It's just like, how is it that Davis Mills at least kind of understood what needed to be done to win the game, and a guy who's been in the league 4 or 5 years at this point couldn't do that?
No,
that's my whole point.
Two. Well, third season.
Trevor Lawrence, really?
Oh, T-Law. I thought you talked about Stroud.
No.
Yeah.
I was basically the backup to Trevor. Like it was a completely different mindset that was going on.
Real shit. But yeah, we can move on to the predictions and then we'll get out of here. Okay. Commanders, I think it's Commanders. Yeah, Commanders at Dolphins. This is a game that I'm definitely not gonna watch.
Yeah. I watch Red Zone, so I'll watch it. I'm picking Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I can't believe I'm saying.
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna go with Dolphins too.
I'm going.
No JD. Like
Marcus Mariota FC, baby. Salute. I don't trust the Dolphins. I don't care that you won some fluke game when Josh Allen played like freaking what's his name? Who's that old Bills backup that like threw Nathan Peterman when Josh Allen
Nathan Peterman.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good on you still. Packers at Giants. Oh, if the Packers don't win this game, bro. The Packers don't win this game.
Yeah,
bro.
Packers got to win. No Jackson Dart. They're playing what? Winston's playing. Oh my God, Trayvon Henderson got 3 touchdowns, by the way, y'all.
Yeah, I saw
they should have been started this dude. Finally.
Victory lap.
I'm victory lapping next week for sure.
Oh yeah, we're victory lapping against early Omarion Hampton. Where's Omarion? No, we won't do that. That's low nasty.
I don't like the Packers wide receivers. It's driving me nuts. I'll pick them, but I don't like the Packers wide receivers. Yeah, I'm gonna stand on that all season.
Does Jameis have some magic today? This week?
No,
no, because I do think the Packers defense is good.
So Jameis will throw for around 250 to 300 yards, but he'll have multiple interceptions.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a classic Jameis play. And then, this is just one of those, I don't care. The Packers just win the game.
Yeah, win the game, for sure.
I don't care about how much at this point.
Another one. Does anyone think the Texans are going to lose to the Titans?
No.
Nah.
Davis Mills FC. I don't know if CJ is going to be in or not, but yeah. Panthers at Falcons.
That's weird. The Falcons better win this game.
No, I think the Falcons get their get back. I really do think they get their get back.
Panthers. I trust the Panthers more than Atlanta.
I trust, but fucking Bryce Young has been garbage.
Like, but even when he's been garbage, they managed to win. That's the point. Michael Penix is garbage.
Rico Dowdle is looking like a freaking animal. Shout out to him too. I don't think he's gotten any Player of the Week love, and he deserves some Player of the Week love. We've just been missing on him. But yeah, he's been one of the best. He's been top 5 running back in the league just off of performance this year alone.
Yep.
So got to give it to him. But yeah, I'll go Falcons. F-Dot, you're gonna go Falcons too?
Yeah, I'm going Falcons.
All right. Bears at Vikings. I'm
This
gonna
could
go
be a good
Bears, but
game.
this could be a crapshoot. Yeah, I think this will be a good
Yeah.
game.
This
Oh,
could be a
and
really good
Bears will
game.
get their get back too. Yeah, getting their get back narratives. Bears will get their get back.
Nice. Oof.
Man,
I
I
just
don't
hate the
know.
Vikings O-line. That's the issue. That's my biggest issue. Is the Vikings O-line is horrible. But the Bears' defensive secondary is bad. I'm gonna go
Oh
Vikings.
my
What?
lord! Sorry,
What?
the man is back.
Parents.
He's back and ready for action. You came.
Yeah.
You came at the perfect topic too, man. Your boy JJ,
Yeah,
man.
Jay.
Your boy, man. How your
Oh
boy been
yeah.
looking, man?
Listen.
What we got to say about JJ? Who's winning, Bears or Vikings?
Vikings.
I'm going
Vikings.
Vikings
Yeah,
too.
Vikings.
Still got your church
Sticking
with
with
JJ. I feel it. I feel it, man.
Listen.
Down the hill, man.
Man, you're lucky you weren't here 4 weeks ago. You would have gotten harassed about it.
Which one about
You're all
Chuba
right.
or Travis? Which one?
We're gonna have to. No, you're gonna have to be back next week, and we're gonna have another Travis conversation.
I do want to just say this real quick though, right?
No, go ahead.
He did get better progressively through the season, like I said he would. Unfortunately,
Did.
they kept throwing him hospital balls. Ain't no reason he going up on 3 people. But I digress.
I also don't think he was healthy the entire year, but
I don't think he was.
I was
I'm
with you on the Travis thing, man.
the way
Like-
that the way
squad on that tone.
the way that they utilized him this year, I don't believe he was healthy at all. But
Yeah.
I think that
like-
comes into play of like, should he be a two-way player? You know, he's
Honestly,
gotten
I
a
don't-
ton of hits in his life. Like,
Yeah, I don't
He played
honestly,
his
I don't think
entire
he's a
life.
bad two. I don't think he was bad as a 2-way player. I just think how they used him and the fact that they never let him get fully healthy before they
Mhm.
put him in certain spots was just iffy.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, we can move on to the next game. Chargers at Jaguars. Wow, it's gonna be a close, good game, but I feel like it's also gonna be a trash game. This is gonna be like a 15-13 game. Yeah, give me Chargers. I think the defense will be. I think the Jaguars are gonna like collapse. I have a feeling that they're collapsing.
It's a small world when I am trusting Justin Herbert more over Trevor Lawrence because yikes. The
Wait,
offensive
you
line-
trusted Trevor over?
Yes,
Justin Herbert?
before all this went down, yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Before this
No.
year, last year I did. The year before that I did. I trusted him.
What?
No.
Playoffs
No.
matter to me. Playoffs matter, and he chokes too much. He chokes more than Trevor Lawrence did before this season. But
Kenny,
now
you're
we're
so
kind of
lucky it's at the end of the show because my
yeah.
gosh,
I did.
Oh, we did. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring that up next
Yeah,
time we
we'll
get
have
in
to
a little
revisit
argument. I'm
that.
bringing that up. That's
Go
it.
ahead. That's right. But yeah, I'm gonna go Chargers.
So Kenya, you were a T-Loss supporter. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I was.
Wow.
I never said he was Peyton Manning, but I was definitely a T-Law supporter. You know, I did not like Justin Herbert. I did not like. I thought he was choke artist. But
F dot.
really.
I'm going Chargers. Even though the Chargers O line like against the Steelers was so bad. Like it was terrible. I felt so bad for Herbert. He somehow in that second half they were able to kind of string along some drives and like score. But yeah, that O line is bad. But I'm gonna go Chargers.
Okay. Bucks at Bills. Woo!
Ooh,
Give me
good
Bucks.
game.
Bucks rebound. Give me the Bucks. Come on, Bucks are gonna come back. They're gonna bring it back this year. They're bringing it back, starting this game.
Okay, who's the running back for the Bucks now? Because I swear one of them just got suspended.
RB for the Bucks.
Isn't it Rashad White, right? I'm not sure.
Is he still? Oh, I didn't even know he was still playing. I wish Bucky was
Is
back.
Bucky suspended?
No, he's injured. Somebody else, another running back on the team, like yesterday, was just suspended. Damn, I wish Bucky was back because this would have been a great Bucky game. But I'm still gonna take the Bucks.
I'm going Bills. I think Bills bounce back. That game against the Dolphins was so embarrassing. I think they lock in this game and kind of, dominate.
Josh Williams, yeah, he's just a backup, so it'll be chill.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Rashad White. If it was Rashad White, I may have different. I think Rashad White's good enough. He's not better than Bucky, but I think he's good enough to like give enough production for them to have a good enough run game, if that makes sense. F dot, did you go?
Yeah, I said Bills. I think Bills bounce back after that embarrassing loss against the Dolphins. I think Josh locks in. I think the defense is still gonna get cooked. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think they're both gonna go at it. I think Josh wins, pulls out then.
All right, Jay. You got 2 games you got to predict.
What's the two?
So
Well,
Chargers
Bills. Okay.
at Jaguars.
Chargers.
Who wins that game?
Give me Chargers.
Okay.
Both biased
Bucks.
because I have some Chargers players on the fantasy team, and also just because they better win that game. Honestly.
Yeah, I think their defense will pull it off. Buccaneers at Bills.
Buccaneers.
Same.
Um, Yeah, I think the Buccaneers are going to be pretty good at exploiting what the Bills can't seem to do deep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think they got the perfect offense to exploit that.
Okay. Bengals at Steelers. F. Dot. You start off.
I think this is a very big game for the Bengals and for the Steelers, especially like for the AFC North.
Oh yeah.
Let's just talk like if the Bengals win this game and let's say they win against the Pats next week, Joe Burrow's coming back, right? Or if they win this week and lose next week, Joe Burrow's still gonna come back, right? And then maybe they can push for a playoff seed. But if they lose this game and they lose against the Pats, I think that Joe Burrow they should just sit him out for the rest of the year and their season is kind of wrapped. So this is a huge game, a lot of implications in the AFC North. And for the Steelers as well because they're 1 game behind us now. So, I mean, they're 1 game ahead of us. So
Ooh.
if they lose this, then we the Ravens are ahead in the AFC North. But I don't know. This is a hard one. The Bengals won the first game. I'm gonna slightly go Steelers, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals won. If Joe Flacco have a
Bro.
crazy game again.
If the Bengals win, bro, I'm never like the Steelers are cooked and they're not making the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, facts.
They're not making the playoffs, bro.
For sure.
So I'm gonna go Steelers, bro. Come on, A-Rod, bro. I need your last legacy season before.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals won, though. I'll be honest.
I don't think it's gonna be a wash. But
Nah, it's gonna be a big game. The
I
Bengals don't want to win this
I-
game. They want to win this game. They need this game. This is
I
like
have
a
no
must win.
faith, and I just have no faith in my team. I'm about to start giving them. I'm about to start treating them like you treat the Cowboys. It's like
yeah, welcome
I'm
to
just
the
gonna
club.
start.
I was about to say.
Yeah, like I have no faith in them. But the defense is terrible. Offensively, we're great. Defensively, we're horrible. The Steelers' defense have played better. Their Steelers' offense have played worse. So I don't know. Like part of me just wants to pick the Steelers just so I don't get my feelings hurt. So I'm gonna pick the Steelers. I'm choosing mental health over faith.
Jay.
I'm picking the Steelers.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I love A-Rod. That's just sort of where that ends at. And on
Come
top
on, bro. Join the club.
and sort of what F. Dot said, when it comes to the Bengals, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think even if they win, I don't see Joe Burrow successfully push to the playoffs. Like
Dude, they should have tanked for Proctor. That was what I've been saying the whole year.
how I see
But we
it,
need Caleb Downs. I don't even know if offense is just not what we need to be drafting right now.
So you
We
don't
need
need
a
to
defense.
draft O-line?
like how I feel with this
Uh,
is that one, Joe Burrow got about one more injury before I think he's like I'm being honest. It's getting to a point where his injuries are going to get progressively worse because he's been hurt damn near everywhere he can be hurt at.
True.
Yeah.
Like it's not like he has a new spot he can get hurt, new wear. No, he has wear and tear on every part of his body. That boy is better be done soon.
Andrew Luck situation?
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the games, the offense isn't the bigger issue when it comes to who we need to draft. We need Caleb Downs. We need a linebackers. I mean, we need defensive tackles. I mean, we need a whole new defense. We have
But
two
here's
good
what I'm
defensive
saying,
players.
Because when it comes
Here's
to
what I'm saying. You're thinking of it as a 3-year plan to get back to the Super Bowl. Fine. I understand that. But if you can if you can develop an offensive line within 2 years, 3 years, and you can keep Joe Burrow healthy, he's not old. If you keep letting him get hurt, he's going to be out the league by 33, 35. If you can protect him, then I think that he can survive longer for that. Like, yeah, obviously Jamar is going to get old at some point, but it's just based off of what you like. Do you want to go for, a quick Super Bowl run and then you have Joe Burrow gone at 33 because he gets hurt? Or would you want to, save it for the long haul and extend the amount of times the amount of time that you have to win the championship. That's
I think
what I
the
would
problem
say.
with that is though is like when it comes to the Bengals, the same issue for them not winning a championship always happens. It's either between the O line or the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bengals defense, in all honesty, is about as useful as a fat security guard with a baton.
Terrible.
It's bad. And you want
Nothing
me to
is being
put my
stopped.
you want me to put my faith in a front office that is filled with a bunch of idiots. They drafted a defensive end with 4 sacks in his entire collegiate career. I'm worried about that whole situation.
Yeah, and it's like on top of that, I'm gonna be honest, that's an O line is gonna take a little bit of time to rebuild regardless. I don't think you can rebuild that O line entirely within 1 year and still successfully get that defense there.
They've been doing it for 5 years. They've been rebuilding
Yeah,
for
but-
5 years.
Caleb Downs is awesome. And
He
I
doesn't
think
fix
Caleb
everything,
Proctor
but-
is almost as awesome at.
The
I
only
think
reason
that's a
support the Caleb
surefire.
Downs thing when it comes to the bank, it's sort of like it's one of them things where like you get them teams that were some shit defensively, and over time they start becoming them top defenses that sort of run the league.
Mhm.
I feel like the Bengals have a better chance at winning by fixing their defense than they do at only maintaining Joe Burrow. Because how it's been looking, I've seen a lot of quarterbacks come out the woodworks and go crazy.
Right.
So I'm not saying that Joe Burrow's not elite because he is top 3, top 5, top 3. But I'm also saying that from what I'm seeing with these teams, Sam Darnold is leading the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? That like I said before the year started when I talked about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is leading the Colts. There are certain players that I'm seeing you can fit a quarterback into a proper system and have a good team surrounding them, and you'll win more games than the Bengals are winning with Joe Burrow at the quarterback. They might as well get to have a whole complete team and just focus on Joe at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's fair. All right, we can go on to the next game. Where's the schedule at? Okay, so we have 49ers at Cardinals. F dot.
I'm gonna go 49ers.
Okay. Kenya.
I'm gonna go Cardinals here.
Jay.
I go Niners. I want to lead in Cardinals just because I feel like Jacoby Brissett is leading that team really well, but just Niners got a better team overall, so I gotta say Niners.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Niners. I don't believe in the Cardinals after some foo-foo win against the college defense. Seahawks at Rams. Seahawks, baby. Seahawks.
It's a really good game, man. It's a really good game.
Seahawks.
I'm going
the game of
Seahawks too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going Seahawks too. Okay.
I'm going Rams here. I'm going Rams.
That defense is on one. Watch.
Bro, if Stafford, if Stafford bugs out again, MVP in his doorstep.
Yeah, for sure.
If
This gonna be
Sam
the game
bugs
for me.
out-
I really want to watch this game. This gonna be the game for me with Stafford and the MVP stuff because this defense is really like that. If he can really, because these last few weeks he been playing,
Playing
kind of
good,
mid teams. The comp haven't really been all that, bro. This team is a real test. We gonna really see how good he really been playing this year.
If Sam bugs out, he's at 2,200 yards right now. So
Yeah,
probably
Sam-
at 4K, right around 40. He's at 17 touchdowns. If he bugs out, he wouldn't be the front runner, but he could really get into legitimate conversations.
I would be with this MVP conversation
What?
with JT. I don't care how good no one play.
Literally, I said it was JT too, by the
Like,
way, but
look,
it's a quarterback.
I'm gonna say this to someone. I'm not really I'm not big on giving people who are not quarterbacks the MVP. It's just personal bias. I feel like they do run the field a lot. And I'm not saying that Daniel Jones is not doing great because Daniel Jones is killing it. But what I am saying is that you want to compare Saquon's season last year to Jonathan Taylor's season this year. Bro, Jonathan Taylor's better than I've ever seen Saquon play, and he is the sole reason for that team being
I'm
good.
saying.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't be solid without Jonathan Taylor, but the only reason they are good is because everyone's worried about Jonathan Taylor, and they can't do nothing about it.
Honestly, Jaden, just look at the Steelers game. The Steelers
Yeah,
game tells you everything. When he wasn't involved in the offense, they really didn't look good. Daniel Jones threw 3
Defensive line was
interceptions.
terrible.
It was bad.
Daniel
So
Jones is a good quarterback with a good running back.
He's an okay
He's
quarterback.
had two.
Yeah, he's an
running backs
okay
in his
quarterback with an
career.
elite running back that's
Crazy.
And an
low-key
elite offensive
carrying
line.
that offensive line. Yeah,
I
nah.
100% agree. JT's the biggest reason why they're winning games.
Yeah.
I will
Absolutely.
say though, I don't know if he's better than Saquon as a player. Performance-wise, you could say that JT is
I won't say
better.
he's
but-
I think Saquon's a more complete running back. He's a better complete running back. But if it came to just straight running the ball, I'm taking JT over Saquon. That's just like
I'm not mad at that. I think he's the best running back in the league right now because I don't think the skill set is far enough away from the
Yeah.
guys that are with him based off of how he's performed to not put him at
That boy Bijan though, man.
Listen.
Skill wise, Bijan's like that.
Bijan.
I still would take Bijan and like I just think Bijan gives you a little more east to west. But the thing about JT is JT has really good east to west, and he's also a physical demon
And he
with
is
the same
fast.
speed that he had when he ran to 1800. Like when he ran for 1800 the first time, he wasn't Jahmyr Gibbs. I said this earlier, but he was like more of just a big play,
Mhm.
get a massive hole and just go. Now he's just a physical beast with the same speed. He's
And
just
it's like-
basically just bigger and then the same guy. So
And not to be that stat guy, because I know I pull out stats as much as I can. But
Mhm.
7 touchdowns in 10 games is crazy. Like that's
crazy.
I mean, there's a stat that says he outscored everybody in the league, even kickers. Like he has 86 or like 90 some points just by himself, which is insane.
Yeah, no, he's been frying like
Like
the
he has
touchdown
more
are
points
crazy.
than kickers, bro.
Also,
That's crazy
if
to me.
Jalen Hurts wasn't the tush push king, Dwayne Coleman, then Saquon would have had
Right?
more touchdowns last year anyway.
no, I feel like Saquon definitely would have, but like to the degree that Jonathan's doing
So
it,
corny.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Also, yeah. No, I agree that.
carry,
What do you say?
that was just 6 yards per carry.
No, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he had 235 yards. That's freaking ridiculous. But yeah, we can move on to the next game. God, wait, where is it at? Why do I keep losing it? Why did I lose the schedule? Oh yeah, because I looked up Jonathan Taylor's stats. My bad. All right, Chiefs at Broncos. Man, give me the Chiefs, man. Bo Nix, bro. You are an Oregon alum. I wasn't really that high on you coming into the draft. You proved me wrong last year. Got a ton of shit for it among my UO alumnus. And now that you're playing bad again,
You're off the schedule.
I told you so. Mr. I told you so to those guys because they gave me a lot of shit last year. So yeah, I'm going Mahomes over Knicks. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm going Broncos. Give me the Broncos
Okay,
defense.
Mahomes hater.
Yep. I'm going to stand on my Mahomes hate because I'm not picking that man to win another game.
I
Jay,
don't
are
think
we hearing this
ask
right
me
now?
nothing. Yeah, listen, y'all know where I ride no matter what. KC
Blue,
above
baby.
all. Sissy just mad because they couldn't win a ring. So now she got
No.
You couldn't capitalize on Patrick Mahomes'
yeah,
biggest
you got
choke
your
job.
one. You got your one win against Pat, and y'all couldn't do nothing with it. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Shout out Pat, man, the king himself. F dot.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs.
Mm.
Oh, also before the season, I did say Bo Nix was the most overrated player in the AFC West. It's looking like it's hitting, man.
I just want to put it out there real quick. I'm going to blame the entirety of Chuba Hubbard's lack of success.
Oh yeah, you are
Just
high
real
on
quick-
Chuba.
just real quick, hold
on.
Listen, I'm going
I
to find the
forgot.
best excuse possible. You know, sometimes in life you go through some things, and I just think that, it's the media getting to him. It's y'all. Y'all made Chuba Hubbard play bad.
Nah,
He's still top
my
five.
boy
Top five.
Rico on his ass, bro.
Are you Rico Dowdle's biggest hater now?
Nah, see, I still think Rico's good. I do think that me hearing people talk about Rico's top 10 is sort of pissing me off. No, he's not. But
People saying top 5 right now.
yeah, like I ain't gonna lie.
Your
like,
uncle's saying top 5.
No. He's delusional about any player that does slightly good. But no, Rico's solid. Rico is really good. It's just sort of like one of them things where I don't know if he came into the season as the expected starter, would he be as good type thing,
Yeah.
Like if he was game planned for originally, if people knew he was going to be good, would he be as successful? That's my thing with Rico.
Yeah.
Is this sort of like a little?
Did you hear what Early was saying about Brock Purdy when he almost won MVP that one year and they made it?
I remember that.
What did he say?
Oh, dude, he said he was the next Tom Brady. And
Oh,
he was and he was confident, and that wasn't trolling. That was like legitimately what he thought.
Baby Brady was the nickname.
Oh,
Baby
Baby
Brady. Yeah, he was calling Will Levis. What was he calling Will Levis? Elway or something ridiculous.
Yeah, he was
Listen,
calling
Will
Will
Levis
It
was
was
the best thing
hilarious.
that happened to me because last year I would go find what team they're playing against and pick their defense every week. Worked every time.
No,
Worked
that's
every
real.
time.
That's real. That's real. All right, Ravens at Browns.
Mm.
Give me
I got the Ravens.
the Ravens.
4-game win streak. We locked in.
As long as Dylan Shitty Gabriel is playing, I got the Ravens.
Give me the Ravens. Yeah.
Mm.
Boy, it's terrible. Yeah, give me the Ravens.
Oh, I said the Ravens.
Oh, Ravens. Okay.
Yeah.
Lions at Eagles.
Lions.
Eagles.
Mm.
I think this week they force feed AJ. I think AJ go off this week
I
because
think
that Lions secondary is iffy. In my
Possible.
opinion.
I think the Lions secondary iffy, but speaking of screw the Eagles. I just needed Devontae Smith to get hurt for one game, but no, lost to Michael again.
Damn. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Salute. Sorry, 8-1, baby. Sorry,
Bruh.
guys. I'm just him.
It's looking like
Listen.
Michael is probably gonna win this.
every
Lions.
time
How
I
did-
lose a
wow.
game, it's very rarely because we played bad. It's just whoever I went against happened to have the most points that week, and my second
Yeah.
most not enough.
Yeah. No, you're. Yeah. Wait, who's most scored? Was it? Points allowed. Oh, I'm actually. Wait, am I? No, you're second. It's actually no. It's Hefe number 1, then me, then you. But we're all over 1,200. So yeah.
Yeah, like we all score. I just keep catching on y'all best weeks.
Yeah.
I'm going Lions, by the way.
Lions. All right.
Yeah, I'm going Lions.
And then the last game, the Cowgirls versus the Raiders. Give me the Raiders. Not playing. Give me the Cowboys. But fuck.
The Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys win this. That go off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, give me Philly, but I'm not confident about that. I'll just take them because they're at home.
Give me the Raiders.
Cowboys.
I like to be petty.
All right, fair enough. I mean, shit. I don't blame you.
And the reason
Fuck
I'm
the
just
Cowboys.
because still to this point, I don't care how good their record is. I just feel like Philly is playing just enough to win, and I don't know. I don't like it.
That's what Brady did for 15 years, and he's
That's
the
true.
No,
But
I'm
the
playing.
difference between Philly and Brady is Brady's Brady, and Philly is not that. Like they just
They have Jalen Hurts,
and
unfortunately.
I hear a lot of locker room things going on. Like I'm hearing AJ Brown every other week complaining about some.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then F. You said Cowboys.
Yeah.
All right. With that, it's been another episode of the Open Field Podcast. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be back next week, hopefully with the full squad. Hopefully we can get back early, the CEO, so that we can see what he's talking about. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all.